Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. What happens when you have God complex, and people still do not listen to you? You write an article telling people that they should be silent, you tell people that they have to listen to you and not to their friends or ordinary people on the internet because you are God, you pushing and demanding that the network will silence the people who do not agree with you. In short, you take lessons from Hitler.
The Ringer. The Problem with IMDb's Rating System. By Alyssa Beresnok. June 12, 2019. Online ratings make the modern world go round. We consult Yelp before making restaurant reservations, we skim Amazon reviews before buying light bulbs, and when someone suggests we watch a movie or a show, we inevitably end up on Rotten Tomatoes.
No serious person is going to this site anymore.
Or IMDb to see if it's really worth our time. These systems work until they don't. Not every waitress at every restaurant has an attitude problem, as most bitter Yelp reviewers might have you believe.
True, but it takes one to ruin the evening.
5 stars on Amazon will not guarantee that your new teddy bear will be appropriately proportioned.
Nothing in life promises anything. In what world are you live in?
And the best television show of all time is probably not a retelling of a real-life nuclear disaster featuring distracting British accents.
Yes, God, tell us which is the best. How much can you be full of yourself? Everyone has a different taste and everyone loves something else. You've just shown everyone how stupid you are. Unlike a movie, that if you go to see and you do not like, it does not matter. You've been in the statics of how many people saw the movie, like Captain Marvel. In the series you see one episode you do not like, you stop seeing, so a series is successful because people love it.
Last week, HBO's Chernobyl shot to the top of IMDb's all-time TV rankings, outperforming other mega-popular hits like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and various stoner-friendly seasons of Planet Earth. And as of Tuesday, it had a 9.6 star, out of 10, average rating from more than 200,000 users on the Amazon-owned entertainment site. To the knee-jerk press, the limited series Ascension was evidence of a historic hit, declaring the show the highest-rated TV series ever, and marveling at the reach of its subject matter.
What happened? People love a series you did not recommend, and that's not acceptable to you?
Documentaries typically struggle to gain as much attention as action and fantasy shows such as Game of Thrones. In comparison, Chernobyl scores better than the greats. It's a compelling narrative that lets you fill in the blanks.
Let's fill in the blanks. People loved this series, you do not like this series, you love Games of Thrones, so how do people dare to love something else more? Am I getting warm?
But while Chernobyl is extremely compelling television, the unblinking enthusiasm with which outlets have embraced these rankings both to sing the praises of the series and to declare it more well-liked than an obvious cultural phenomenon is less a testament to its quality than it is the flaws of our pop culture rating ecosystem.
Hey stupid, all things are related to the culture of the time. What was a popular culture in the past is not popular today. What is popular culture today will not be popular in the future. This is the world. You should know it in your work, or did you get the job just because you are a woman?
As one of the 50 most visited sites in the world, IMDb wields considerable power over the entertainment industry. And, from the company's very early days, its role as an all-purpose indexing site has been exploited to influence releases both big and small.
No kidding, you don't say. Until now that it worked in your favor you had no problem with it. Suddenly you see this as a bad thing now? Everyone on the net knows this, and so people stop listening to these sites and instead go to private people on YouTube, and that's your real problem.
Today, that manipulation is more often coming from online communities.
Here it comes, the truth, that's what really hurts you. People do not listen to you anymore.
As Wired wrote in 2016, IMDb's voter system has increasingly become a soft weapon in all sorts of online turf wars. And the subject of these turf wars ranges from geopolitical disputes to plain sexism.
Now let's see how she takes movies that fit the blue mark that she thinks people need to hit, and blame their fall not because they were not so good, not that people just did not like the movie or the actor. No, these are people who did it on purpose, because they do not like women.
When Angelina Jolie's 2011 directorial debut, In the Land of Blood and Honey, made its way to international audiences, it was overwhelmed with 1/10 votes, likely due to its disputed depiction of the Bosnian War. Current rating, 4.4/10. Bangladeshi users launched a similar attack on the hit 2014 Bollywood film Gundai, after being angered by its sloppy depictions of 1971's Bangladesh Liberation War. 2.2/10. The 2016 remake of Ghostbusters was sabotaged by a faction of fans who appeared to be upset by its all-female cast.
No, the film was bad, and you just prove again and again that you do not believe that women can succeed on their own, so you have to take a movie that has already become a hit and change the men to women. At least admit that you have so little faith in women.
5.2/10. This kind of deliberate trolling also appears to be the reason the website shut down its message boards in 2017.
Again, no, they closed because they paid them to close, so people would not see how much the audience did not like the movie.
Tragically erasing 16 years' worth of conversations between movie buffs to duck the responsibility of moderation. Similar issues have plagued its competitor, Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you talking about the site that has been proven to work for Disney? Are you talking about a site that no one believes in anymore?
In 2017, ratings for The Last Jedi dipped to a dismal 44% on the site, while its critics' consensus from verified reviewers sat at 91%.
Again, you're talking about those who are afraid of the film companies, and those like you who want every movie to mark all the blue mark in the movie. So a movie that was so bad he murdered the best series that was up to that moment, receive a high score.
Many outlets theorized that this was due to a targeted campaign against the movie, headed by longtime Star Wars fans who felt it had betrayed the franchise. Yeah! Brie Larson's remake of Captain Marvel was also preemptively review-bombed this year, presumably because it featured a woman in the role of a typically male hero.
The greatest bullshit story ever told.
The site ultimately axed its anticipatory want-to-see scores before the film's release to prevent further abuse of the system.
When it comes to bullshit, big-time, major league bullshit, in awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims.
Conversely, IMDb's top 250 list, which ranks the site's highest-rated movies of all time, is itself living evidence that so-so projects can get ahead as long as they resonate with the site's most active users.
You mean those who are really going to see the movies? How dare they not like movies you support?
The company is predictably secretive about how it determines its scores, but we do know a few things about how its ranking system is designed. The score of a movie does not reflect the mean of all user votes. Rather, various filters are applied to the raw data in order to eliminate and reduce attempts at vote stuffing by people more interested in changing the current rating of a movie than giving their true opinion of it.
You mean like the way Disney raised Captain Marvel's score?
According to the IMDb website. But in its top ranking lists, the platform places more value on the votes of regular users than those of newbies. And a 2017 report in Mel magazine found that those regular users often skew to an overwhelmingly male international audience between the ages of 18 and 29. With this information, a pattern emerges. The Internet's go-to-movie database is being shaped by a highly specific group of people with highly specific opinions.
You're an idiot!
This problem is not unique to IMDb. Reference sites like Wikipedia are still struggling to diversify their voluntary staff, which is overwhelmingly made up of white, male editors.
Yeah, it's just awful.
The Academy Awards' lack of diversity in both its voting body and award winners has been a recurring topic of conversation for the past few years. That Chernobyl has flourished under this system is not a surprise. It's an excellent TV series, but also one that happens to have an all-white,
"You racist bastard!"
mostly male cast, and a storyline that appeals to exactly the kind of regular voters that IMDb prioritizes. For the record, there is nothing wrong with certain demographics loving a certain set of movies that cater to their sensibilities. But IMDb's influence is particularly insidious because the opinions of a very specific group of people are presented as empirical data, foolproof numbers that follow a title wherever it goes on the internet. At this point, we should all know better than to blindly take that information as fact, whether we enjoy pale actors muttering Britishisms in concrete rooms or not.
Well, that was a load of shit.
Now, some friends want to tell you something.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
That's fucking stupid.
What the hell is that?
You were literally too stupid to insult.
You're an idiot!
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Hope you've learned something and you've enjoyed. If so, you know what to do.